After 1 year of complete silence, he texted 2 words. It's urgent. No context. No apology. No explanation for disappearing. Just 2 words. Like I was supposed to drop everything. Like that year of silence meant nothing. Like I meant nothing. And you know what I did? I said no. And I never looked back. Let me take you back to where this all started. My name is Maya. And for 3 years, I loved a man named Daniel. Not the easy kind of love. The kind that costs you something. Daniel was charming. Funny. The type of person who lit up every room. When he walked in, people noticed. And when he chose me, I felt like the luckiest woman alive. We met at a mutual friend's birthday party. He spilled a drink on my dress. He was so embarrassed. I laughed. He laughed. And that was it. We were inseparable for 3 years. I met his family. He met mine. We talked about moving in together. We had a whole future planned out. But here's the thing about futures. Sometimes only one person is actually building them. Daniel had a habit, a bad one. Whenever things got hard, whenever life got real, he disappeared. Not physically, emotionally. He'd go cold, quiet, unreachable. I called it shutting down. His friends called it just how he is. I should have called it a red flag. The first time it happened, we'd been dating for 8 months. His mom got sick. Instead of leaning on me, he pushed me away. I waited. I was patient. I told myself, he just needs time. He came back. Things were good again. I forgave him instantly. The second time, it was a job loss. Same pattern. Cold, distant, silent. I waited again. He came back again. I told myself, this is love. You stay. But then came the 3rd time. And the 3rd time, he didn't come back. It started on a Tuesday. We had a small argument, nothing major. I asked him why he kept canceling our plans. He said he was stressed. I said, talk to me. I'm your partner. He looked at me. And something shifted in his eyes. He said, I just need some space. Okay, fine. I gave him space. 1 week passed. No text, no call. 2 weeks, nothing. I reached out. Hey, are you okay? He left it on read. I called. It rang out. My stomach dropped. My hands were shaking. What did I do wrong? I replayed every conversation, every look, every moment. Was it the argument? Was it me? Was I too much? 1 month passed. I showed up at his apartment. His roommate answered the door. He told me Daniel was home, but didn't want to come to the door. He didn't want to come to the door. I stood there for a full minute, just standing. Then I walked away. That was the last time I tried. No closure, no explanation, no goodbye, just silence. And silence, I learned, is its own kind of cruelty. For the first 3 months, I was a mess. I won't sugarcoat it. I questioned everything, my self-worth, my judgment, my future. Had any of it been real? Were those 3 years just nothing? My friends were furious. My sister wanted to show up at his apartment. But I stopped them, because deep down I kept hoping. Maybe he'll explain. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe he'll come back. Month 4. Month 5. No word. Month 6. I started therapy. Best decision of my life. My therapist said something I'll never forget. She said, "You're not grieving a person. You're grieving the person you thought he was." That hit different. Month 7. Month 8. I started running. I picked up painting again. I reconnected with friends I'd neglected. I was building myself back, slowly, painfully, but I was building. Month 9. I went on my first date since Daniel. It was awkward and weird and I came home and cried, but I did it. Month 10. Month 11. I stopped checking his social media. I stopped wondering. I started living. And then, month 12. My phone buzzed. I looked down. It was Daniel. And the message said 2 words, "It's urgent." My heart stopped. After 1 year of silence, after 0 explanation, after leaving me standing at his door like a stranger. Urgent. My hands started shaking. Old feelings came rushing back. Was he okay? Was someone hurt? Was it his mom? I almost typed back immediately. Almost. But I stopped myself. I put the phone down. I made a cup of tea. I sat with that feeling, that panic, that old instinct to fix it, run to him, be there. And I asked myself one question. Why does his urgency become my emergency? He didn't text me when I was standing outside his door. He didn't text me when I sent that "Are you okay?" message. He didn't text me when I was crying at 2 a.m. wondering what I did wrong. His silence was not urgent. My pain was not urgent. But now, something is urgent. And he chose me. Why? I called my best friend Priya. I read her the message. She went quiet for a second. Then she said, "Maya, do not respond." But I needed to know. What was so urgent? So I did something I'm not proud of. I checked his Instagram, and there it was, 3 days ago. A photo. Daniel, smiling, with a woman. Not just any photo. An engagement announcement. He was engaged, and according to Priya, who did some digging of her own, the wedding was in 2 months. He was getting married. And he texted me urgent. Let that sink in. He didn't reach out to apologize. He didn't reach out to explain. He reached out because he needed something. And whatever it was, closure, permission, one last conversation, he decided I was the person to give it to him. After a year of silence, after treating me like I was disposable, after never once checking if I was okay, he had the audacity. The audacity. I put the phone down again. This time, longer. I wrote a response, then deleted it, wrote another, deleted it. Part of me, the old Maya, wanted to respond, wanted to ask why, wanted that closure I never got. But here's what my therapist taught me. Sometimes closure doesn't come from a conversation. Sometimes closure is a decision. And I made mine. I typed back 1 word. No. That's it. Just no. He responded in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. After a year of silence, suddenly he was right there. He said, "Please, I just need to talk to you." 5 minutes. I stared at that message. 5 minutes. 1 year late, and he wants 5 minutes. I thought about the girl standing outside his apartment. I thought about the unanswered calls. I thought about month 3, crying on my bathroom floor. And I thought about who I was now. Month 12 Maya, running Maya, painting Maya, healing Maya. I typed my second and final response. I genuinely hope you're well, but I have nothing to give you. Take care of yourself. Then I blocked him. On everything. And I sat there. And waited for the regret. It didn't come. Instead, something else came. Peace. Real, quiet, settled peace. Like I had finally chosen myself. So now it's your turn, Confession Verdict community. Let's look at both sides. Because we always do, in Maya's corner. She waited. She reached out. She showed up, literally, at his door. He gave her nothing. No explanation. No breakup. No dignity. She spent a year healing. She did the work. She rebuilt. And when he came back, she protected that healing. She didn't owe him 5 minutes. She didn't owe him closure. She owed herself peace. In Daniel's corner, we don't know his side. Maybe he was struggling with something real, something deep. Maybe that urgent message was a genuine cry. Maybe he was drowning and reached for the only person who ever truly knew him. Does that make it okay? No. But does it make him a monster? Maybe not. Here's the real question. When someone disappears without explanation, ghosts you for a year, and then returns only when they need something? Do they deserve a response? Does love from the past create obligation in the present? And most importantly, was Maya's no an act of self-love? Or was it an act of revenge disguised as healing? That's the verdict I want from you. If Maya's story hit you somewhere deep, if you've ever been ghosted, abandoned, or left without a goodbye, you are not alone, and you are allowed to say no. Drop your verdict in the comments right now. Was Maya right to block him, or should she have heard him out? Team Maya or Team Daniel? I want to see this comment section go off. If this story got under your skin, smash that like button. It genuinely helps more than you know. And if you're new here, welcome to Confession Verdict. We tell the stories people are too afraid to say out loud. Subscribe, turn on notifications, because the next confession, it's even messier than this one. I'll see you there.